Hey, so I'm gonna be going over some pawn endgames from some pawn endgame book. I don't remember what it's called honestly, but uh, yeah, I know. So this is the first position. Should be pretty easy to figure out. So if it's white to move, just marching the king over, it seems that we can't ever make it on over, as this square will be taken. If you play a4, which is actually sometimes an idea, and it would also give you opposition, and they slide over. Actually, you maybe are in time. And then you actually get to this key square, d6, and from d6 you can push the king out, but is that enough to win? Then becomes the question. So I'll put the moves on the board. I think a4 is probably the best move for white, and if we start running the kings over, we get to this position, and I'm not entirely sure what black should do. Maybe it matters, maybe it doesn't. Here, something like this, for example. And then, if black were to move over, white were to capture, it would get this position. And truthfully, I should remember whether or not this is winning. I think it should be. Or, no, it's not. If you get the king up here, is it winning? Or do you need the extra space? Going over is obviously a repetition. And now here you'd have to push. After something like that, that is winning actually, for white. So perhaps this is winning. But I think there's room for black to make a different move, perhaps? Because this all seems like standard and fine. But then here for black, what exactly should you be doing? Is there any way to, protect the pawn? What's going on here? If we were to just, move over and go here. I mean, again, this seems untenable. You can go here, I believe. And, wherever you go isn't enough, obviously. They go over here. I think it's the same thing. Or maybe that's stalemate. And impossible to deal with. Well, you can't push it, because they have no squares. You move the king up, then they go down here. Then if you go here, they go back, and it's a repetition. So you have to go down, maybe. After which, if they go like here, then you can just push the pawn. And this position here is a draw. So, it seems that this is a draw, because actually, if you run to this corner while their king is forced to take, these two squares should be able to do this, because, yeah, I think this is a draw then. So if you go over here, I think the conclusion was that you run here, and if this, there's no progress. And if you run here, the pawn gets pushed up, you get this, and the king doesn't have anywhere to go. If the pawn pushes up, oh no, then you have this square. Wait, did I miss something, or was that a different line? I think the last line was king h7. So, seems to be, no, but then they go up. Wait, what was the, I thought you'd have to run up, but here you do this. And as white, you can just play this move to go over, and that also seems to be winning for me. To me. But I'm a little confused, because I do think this is a draw with white to move. Like, I don't know, I accidentally saw the eval before I turned the engine off. But maybe it's not, or maybe I'm messing something up. Okay, so, just, can I delete all this? I don't know. Whatever. If you follow this line here. From here. Yeah. And then this here is, very much so winning. So, this looks like a win to me, but I'm not sure. The king is just too far advanced, I believe. You move over. It's just that wherever they move over to is not enough. Yeah, I do believe this is winning. So you can't go here, I think. I think you have to push the pawn. What if you push the pawn, they go over here? Oh! Was this the issue? That was the issue I saw, I think. Maybe not, because it didn't show up before. So I think maybe white could force this position, and was it, if the king goes here, you can't move up because they go here, and you're just kind of repeating, I believe. So, what's so they go wait here. Can't move up, so you gotta push. Then if they go here, that is stalemate because they can't move the king. So you'd have to push the pawn, but you know, after they go here, you have no way to defend the pawn without stalemating them. So I think that might be a draw with the way it works out. And if it's black to move, so let's just do some triangulation to get it to be black to move. Okay, if it's black to move, I assume it's a very easy draw. Well, would black benefit from, oh, not to triangulate again. It's not good. I'm gonna just edit the position, to fix this. Confirm. Okay. Oh, now it's showing, moves. It's showing that it is a draw, but, like here, now it seems that black, it's the, opposition you can, corral the king, but because we're not so far down the ranks, there aren't really ever any issues. So I think it's a draw for both, but for white, I don't know, there seem to be some issues. Let me check now. Oh, it didn't reset. I think the kings were maybe here. Well, there were 3 squares between them after playing this. So the king was probably on a8. I mean, I can just open it up. Yeah, the king was on a8. Okay, let's see what the engine says here. Okay, it is a draw. So if both are draws, it seems like that's enough analysis for me for this position. I'm going to move on. I'm actually going to go scroll down a bit more. See if maybe there's a challenge one, because there was a cool challenge one before. No, there's nothing unique. One of them asked a cool question, instead of just being like puzzles. Okay, we're gonna set that one up. We have a black king on b5, the white king, where I can just remember it. Okay, that's the position. I don't know if I remember it, but we'll see. Edit position. Okay. Ooh, was it really there? Yeah, we're gonna have to try this again. This one's down here. Otherwise, I believe that's the position. Okay. So let's, okay, good, we don't get the analysis. And I believe it said the puzzle's more challenging with white to move. I guess with black to move, it's like a easier draw or something. Based on the convention, yeah. Okay, so I think it's more challenging with white to move, and in fact, they don't even want you to evaluate the black side, I believe. So if you're given this position with white to move, the first thought would just be to just take the pawn. But that's of course going to be, too simple. Although, that seems to be winning. Unless they want to run that way. Actually, I'm a little confused. Because I do believe just trying to go after the pawn is too slow. Oh no, the king's on this square though. So actually, it's not too slow, the pawn just gets 1. So you'd have to push the pawn, probably. And which will be controlling that square. You can also consider maybe shouldering the king first. So you want to force the king down. So if you go up here and then they go like here, and you just move wherever. Okay, but here you can't actually get in, so you're going to lose, I believe. I mean, I'd have to calculate more, but yeah, that doesn't seem very promising. I mean, if you move the king out, they just like move up or whatever, or maybe they push the pawn. Then you go back, and it seems like, but this pawn has multiple modes of moving, so that surely has to be winning. I know this seems like a very comfortable win for white. No matter what happens to me. If it's white to move. Go here. So this, yeah, this isn't adequate, I think. Although maybe it is, because I assume that position's good enough. With this here, they just gotta go up again, go down. Well, then you'd have to push. So they go up again. But surely you have enough space with the king to make that a win. So what we're gonna do here actually is we are going to. Oh, why can't I click practice versus computer? That's weird to me. But I think it's winning for white. Yeah, I don't understand why I can't practice versus computer. If I just go back to edit position, let them give me the chance to. Very good. I'm scared it will give me the eval though, because this is different. Okay. No. Turn these off. Hopefully. Okay. They were turned off before any analysis occurred. So, with white in this position, I think my conclusion was that I can push f4. And it's probably fine, where I can shoulder the king and then push f4. So if I shoulder the king first, I can just try to go down. I go here, and they go, you know, like run towards the pawn maybe. They go here, I go down. But then they can go on top of the pawn. So that would be a draw. Go here, down, push. And then they, I don't know, run this way. Then they actually do possibly make it in time. Actually, they do. Push, go here, I go here. They go down, go here. It seems like I'm not getting the pawn quick enough. Whereas if I run directly to the pawn and take it, they get to this square and they're threatening to go down. So actually I think this is a draw. And if it's a draw, I don't really know what the point of practicing against the computer is. Yeah, I don't know how I would win this. There's no way I can stop them from going there. Unless I want to push the pawn up one and force them down here, but I don't see how that's useful. So I'd have to like really shoulder them, but I don't know how shouldering them would help. It is true that I can burn more turns. If they do get to run up here, it's maybe not so much of an issue, because I can dictate the tempi as I have this pawn's mobility, which is more useful. If they run up here, they do lose. So is there a way I can get closer to this pawn? Or I guess keep them further away from this pawn while actually making meaningful progress. Because it seems to me that I wouldn't mind so much going down here, but then if they were to just wait, then I don't see how I'm actually doing anything meaningful. I mean, I think they could just go down rather than this way. That also might be winning, but let's say they just go down. Yeah, I just don't see how we are preventing them. We need to somehow win this pawn while controlling meaningful squares. Or they're going down and I just have no response. So I'm gonna maybe try to flip this. Okay, I'd have to still do something. They run upwards actually, which I find weird. No, but they're still in time. Yeah, they're just gonna get to the square. And I don't see how I would ever deal with it. So okay, that did not bring me back to where I wanted it to go. Well, maybe I don't need to practice it against the computer, because it seems to me very clearly that it's a very easy draw. But I guess I might as well. How do you do this? Set a position, delete it all. So what are we playing? There's a pawn, I think it's here. They have a pawn here, or that's a black pawn. Our king is like here, and I think their king is there. Let's see. Okay, our king is on the square. The black king is a little further away. So, should be the position. So if I just flip it, still can't practice against the computer, but now it should give me the black side. And with that, I should be able to practice defending. So they try to shoulder, but I think you can always just do this. And there's no way they can ever deal with it. The one fear I had was this, but afterwards, if I just go back up, for example, they're gonna have to move the king over if they're gonna try to do anything. Then I thought, you know, I could just move the king over, they move their king over, I move my king over, they take, and now I'm losing, aren't I? Wait, that might be, so maybe I have to go up. Which case, it's, you know, if they try to go there, I go here, they go here, I go here, and if they overtake, I go here. If they push, I mean, I'm still just harassing the pawn, so. Here, here, here. If they push, I don't really care, because I just babysit it. Here, here, here. Wait, what happened? I don't know. Because didn't I just calculate this as not winning? But now I'm calculating it as winning. Yeah, that's not good. Can we please get that over with?
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void?
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know. With some of these ads, I do kind of feel like a marketing professional speaking into the void because I don't know how these people come up with such terrible ads. I mean, they're getting paid. They could be a bit better at their job, but I gotta say, advertisement should be illegal, so I don't mind it so much. So, yeah, if I just move up, they go here, I go here. They take, and I were to go here, for example, and if they were to push, I'd be able to go down, and then their king would just shoulder me, and after that, I would lose. So, I'm gonna try this again. I'm gonna try to beat the bot. So, oh, come on. Please tell me this has the position. Yeah, that seems about accurate. So actually, I think the bot might have done this. But you push the F pawn. So, if the king moves over to where? If it goes over here, they go there. You know. Yeah, that's really easy, I think. Maybe this square would also work, or I don't know. I'd have to do some calculation. If they start going over, it seems like they're just forced to waste the tempo. So I push, they go all the way up, they go here. Yeah, it seems like they just lose. Oh my god, are you kidding me? I didn't think the stockfish would do that. Okay. And then they're not in time, I don't believe. So yeah. Oh, okay, they went there. Oh, okay, thank you, stockfish. I really appreciate it. So what, you would go here and here? But yeah. So that was pretty trivial. Yeah. I didn't think that's crazy that Stockfish decided to just throw the pawn up there. You know, I thought I could just pre-move it against it because I thought it would just move the king. Doesn't feel very bot-like behavior to play g5, but whatever. Okay, so that does seem to be winning. I mean, I won it against Stockfish, so yes, it's winning for white. But the exercise doesn't have it with black to move, but I'm still gonna do it with black to move. So if I go to, how would I edit the position from here? I guess I just go back here. It's black to move. So with black to move, who would I expect to? What would I expect to happen? Is it a draw or is it still a win for white? Well, if black moves over, you can probably continue shouldering like this. But they go down, then what? So I think black moving over here makes it a draw. Here, you push. Then they just go up there. Yeah, I think black to move makes it a draw. So let's flip the board. So I think I concluded this was best. Uh-huh. So if I go here, I mean, I'm just taking away squares and stuff, so it's all fine. And I'd probably go down, but it might not matter. If I go up, they go here, and I go here, and then they push, that's losing, so I'd want to just go here. I mean, at this point, it's very trivial. I think you can push g5. Even? Oh, can you push g5? It's funny if I lost that. But I think that's still a draw. Do you go back here or do you go here? No, you slide over. No, which square do you go to? I think you have to go to this one. Or does it matter? I don't think it does. Whatever. Cool. So, I think it's a draw with black to move and it's winning with white to move. So let me open up the document, or the book, or the whatever. Okay, so the first one is a draw. And I guess I had Stockfish tell me that, so I could also get Stockfish to tell me it here too, I guess. So, and going to the last one, I think the conclusion is that it's a win for white, and it's a draw for black. Is that the case? Okay, I'll just go back here, and then we will go to our settings, and then we will enable the engine. What? It seems very enabled to me anyways, so I don't know why the eval bar isn't showing up. Yeah, okay, it's winning for white, but if it's black to move, it's a draw. Okay. So I wasn't able to get through very much here, but I think I will end it there. Not too interesting of positions, but I don't know, still got me thinking, I guess.